Aw. Hello everyone, welcome back to Casper Fox TV Entertainment. My name is, you guessed it, Casper Fox, and today we're back with the second part of the Teemo Lovers Breakdown. And of course, today we're going to be checking out the 6 songs, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, on Lovers Reversed. And the very first song, obviously, if you didn't check, I think either last week or whenever the I decided to upload these, Neverland is the first song, but last week we checked out the entirety of Lovers Upright. So if you haven't seen that, please go check that out. I don't have much to say. We're like, it's been nice. Obviously over on Patreon you got everything in one. I do sometimes try to get these to support, because I say to support smaller creators, but like Teagan is infinitely bigger than me. I hope you know what I mean. I like supporting my friends in their music, so that is why sometimes I dedicate these one-offs to music like that. So I do hope that you guys will either enjoy. If this is your first time being introduced to Teemo, then I'm very honored that I'm the one introducing you to Teemo, but there's a very slight chance that, or not a slight, there's a very big chance that you already know about Teemo. Obviously Teagan Earley is mostly famous for her work with Epic the Musical as Athena, JP Warner, who obviously did the mixing and mastering on both Epic the Musical, but also on Stories from Styx, which Teagan is also a part of. I don't wanna take away from the incredible art that they're doing here, so I don't wanna like self-promote too much. But both Teagan and JP are involved with Stories from Styx. Teagan as Persephone, and of course JP as Ikus and the mixing and mastering process of everything. And I'm laughing a little bit because on a recent interview with Peter Barber, JP forgot the name of his character, which I think is really funny. Adam, can you play the clip?
And you are also singing on Stories from Styx, right? You have a role in there.
I do. I need to be honest with you. I cannot remember my character's name to save my life.
Anyway, let's get straight into the first song on Lovers Reversed, and that is Neverland. Run. Okay. Dude, incredible soundscape, by the way, so fast-paced, which this like visual really fits with. Gorgeous, stunning visuals, by the way. I don't know who made this, but props to you. This is not a melody approach we've seen from Teags before, with these cut off like nah, like these like very almost diminished approaches to her vocals. Very nice. That's interesting. Flies are there, should have chose the bear. That's interesting, because that is something that, like, let's say in 40-50 years, when people are studying what people were listening to in the mid-2020s, should have chose the bear is a modern reference, of course, with the whole entire trend of would you choose, like, are you alone in the forest, would you be with a man or with a bear? And because of the negative experiences that mostly females have had, or people of not men have had, they tend to choose the bear, which is, you know, not a thing I want to get into, but it's just interesting how we have modern references in the songs. It's a nice lyric approach. And it's not gonna be like oh, revolutionary like right now, but in like 20-30 years, maybe even more, 100 years, when they go back to listen to what kind of music we listen to in our time, they'll be able to find this and they'll be like, chose the bear, that is a reference to, you know, very interesting. Oh. Okay, so this is a high-paced, almost like, this is like if it kind of gives me like it's a different approach to the whole Peter Pan Wendy thing. I hope that's public domain. But very interesting. It kind of reminds me of Lydia the Bard's fan songs, like when she takes a different approach to the story. It's the same thing, like this entire metaphor. And again, shining through how much Teagan loves storytelling through music. Oh, cut off. So this is kind of taking all the popular Disney princesses or like animation princesses and having them put in a different light. Wow, that's an interesting approach to all these fairy tales, all the stories. Melody wise or demanding wise, this is one of the songs where Teagan usually takes great strength or really uses her vocal agility when approaching songwriting, and you can see it because like some of her songs span like 3 octaves or some of that, which is insane. And don't be mistaken, she does this live. Like, a very big thing about musicians is sometimes they'll write songs that they can't perform live. You'll see that with later Panic at the Disco. With a lot of modern pop stars will have we'll have to differentiate in the key or whatnot. Like, even for example, Harry Styles, I have not seen him. I think I've seen 1 or 2 live performances where he's actually been able to sing Adore You fully live, or else he has to like change it. So to me, it's always been like, why would you write a song that you can't sing live? So, but here, Teags can do that shit live. But what the point is here is that the approach, this vocal agility wise, not that demanding. It's more about the delivery rather than the range in this song, which is interesting, like positively interesting. And as I say that, no, and then again we have no, this downward spiral approach to the vocals. Oh, omitting the drums, and it comes back. No, help me, I'm trapped. Nice. That's disturbing. I wish you would. And again, instead of tower, kind of fluts it out so that she plays around with the syllables. Genius. Jesus. So it's interesting that this seems like a take on Forgive My Ignorance. So obviously, interpretation. This is Teagan's way of telling a story about a woman who fell in love with the idea of presumably a man who fed her all these things about what the kind of person he wants to be. And then when they kind of locked in and got together and like, you know, maybe even were married or whatever, he starts showing his true colors, that the facade he puts on is now gone because he doesn't need to try anymore. And it's such an interesting spin that like the witch that's usually seen, this is something like Teagan is the #1 advocate for witches not being like bad characters or bad guys all the time. But here the witch is actually a character that tried to warn the protagonist or the princess here, and then they switched to Dark Prince. Like I really like this approach to the storytelling. True. Evermore? Oh. Oh, cool sound effects. Well done. That was great. Nice, Bob. Fantastic storytelling, as always. Interesting enough, what... Oh, I might have to correct my back there. Sorry. Teagan, and something that Teagan's voice has such lovely tendencies to do is these little vocal pops, like these little screeches at the end of the sentences. That does sound like, for example, when, sorry to bring SFS into this, but when we were recording Persephone's song Crossroads, which by the time this is probably, Source from Styx is probably out, you can check that out in the description. I highly endorsed her. Please keep adding those, because I know for other projects, she was instructed to not do that. But I love those, and I love those little screeches. It adds so much character and depth to the voice. So something wonderful is that, especially on her own music, she gets to just let loose. So that's really great. Okay, that was Neverland. The next one is Best I Ever Had. Let's check that out. Hell yeah.
Hey, just checking in. I wanted to, I don't know, make sure you were eating enough, and anyway, I love. Just call me back, or don't.
Cute.
Reading the same series for the millionth time this year. I'm pretty sure you
This mixing sounds very JP. Just want to make sure it is JP. Okay, yeah.
just announced a book. My friends all squeeze my hand and say I just shouldn't compare, but I haven't figured out quite how to take back what you took. 'Cause how you thrive, well, how I faded. You got her and I got jaded.
This is giving. I'm just a teenage dirtbag baby, especially in the guitar here with the intonation here.
Well, how I faded. You got her.
Nice. And here, work out early while I wake up late. She could have gone, you moved on, but I'm still waiting. Going back to the tonal cadence, but decides not to. Very characteristic for Teagan and JP. See that? Still waiting. God, how good does Teagan sound in this like style of music? Like, I really hope she continues into this like folky rock approach. I love it.
Put a finger down if you have ever wondered what they're doing when you're supposed to be falling asleep. Then suddenly you slept through your alarm. You're late.
Interesting. Listen to the guitar, the higher guitar, way back here in your right ear.
Then
And then it changes to this like this power chord here.
suddenly you slept through your
Hear that? Na 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 na.
only to see caption with the ring. Guess this one's for kids, just me. How you thrive,
That was an entire thing. Yeah, I'm just imagining like, can you imagine like they're all sitting like Teagan and her friends are all sitting like in this like playing put a finger down. The first one said, put a finger down if you played the guitar. Oh, hee 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 hee. Put a finger down if you've ever slept with a coworker. Hee hee. And then put a finger down if you've ever wondered what they were doing when you were supposed to be asleep. Suddenly you slept through it, and then there's a meeting, and then she's like this, like, oh, just me, okay, okay. That's me. And again, this is what I call the Heathers fill, and it is just when you go ham on your snare drum. And JP has decided that he's just gonna do that. There's no crazy complicated fill here. It's all just like do 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 do. You hear that? Fun fact, JP was in a marching band, I'm pretty sure, in either college or high school, I'm not really sure, but like it's like really like these like tremolos here.
Falls out in wads as you sing another song about another act of God. And sometimes I start screaming in the middle of the day, 'cause I can't believe I had you and then life took you away.
You know, for someone who has their life so together, you'd think you'd clear out your fucking voicemail box every once in a while, or phone so I can tell you how much I hate you.
It's so like I'm laughing, but not as because it's funny. I'm laughing because Teagan's delivery, and if you guys haven't, Teagan is also obviously a very, very, very accomplished and very skilled actress, and it shows. Like, you can't help but feel joy. I'm very sorry that a situation like this has ever occurred, but if it brings out this music, I will selfishly say that I think, personally, selfishly, that I'm actually not. No, I'm sorry, and I'm sad to see friends suffer, obviously. But I think that it's fantastic that Teags has taken situations that are either relatable to her life or stories that she wants to tell from her heart, and is able to express it in art like this. I think that's incredible. Interesting. So something that I really find great about the song is that the chorus approach, and I can assume this is probably JP playing around with the instruments here since he produced it. JP has split up the chorus a little bit. So the first part of the chorus has a stable groove. Hear that? Just stable groove, and then it changes. But we're still in the chorus, and then it changes to these like intonations. See that? Just that little those 2 bars right there are just different. Hell yeah. I mean, you should do another concert in Chicago. And here changes, knowing the best you ever had. Just like one of the songs on Upright.
So yeah, actually, don't even bother calling me back. Because I don't even want to hear from you anymore. So goodbye forever.
Aww.
That's like this whole album though.
Oh, that's brilliant. Fire. Okay, who else is loving this like color on her voice? I must admit, there's a little less to break down because these are like 4 chords or less songs, but still absolutely breathtaking. And I also think that I made the first video way too long. I talked way too much about that, so we're gonna try to enjoy the music a tad bit more for the verse. This one is called Maybe.
Are you sure about that?
And this is also, that's JP. Okay, so are there any of these? I'll see, because this is the 3rd song on the EP. So maybe this one, but let's see. This is Timo, Maybe. I'm loving this font already. Three fourths? 1, 2. 1, 2. So we're in 3. Cool. So we're on 3/4 already. This also looks familiar. Lyric video. As you said, how about a game for checkers?
Played half a match on a hotel curb. My pawn's defenseless, guarding hands were too busy. Hanging on your every word. Who would have won? Guess it's all the same.
The activity level here is so different. This is like really soft, almost ballad-like, and we have some strings. There's no percussion present, and then heavy vocals here, like harmonies. 3-part harmonies. You were playing.
Maybe you needed to know you could do it. Maybe you planned it 10 months in advance. May not have lied, but you surely weren't honest. Maybe you'd do it again if you had the chance.
Yeah.
Maybe you're laughing with all your friends about the hate you lured me in, and absolutely none of it was true. Maybe you're just not the person I knew. So maybe I probably hate you. I wrote out the ways that
This is one of the songs that I also was sent the demo for, but this was like one of the first songs that I got sent. So it's a very, very, very long time ago. And as you know me, I tend to forget stuff, and that is why the vocal harmonies came to. But now that, and it's also because let me just double check it. Yeah, so this song, when I was sent it, and I hope that's okay, I revealed this, Teags, it was called Vegetables when I was sent this, and it was end of last year or something like that. I don't know, but it's been a while. And I heard the demo, and it was incredible. Like, I remember the lyricism so well, and that's why like I'm not commenting much on the lyrics, because I feel like they speak for themselves. I can talk about how like it's kind of weird, because like Mother 1 written in the cards and those like kind of more piano, but doesn't have that high of an activity level in the music. But here on Lovers, we've not seen such a simplistic song yet, but I feel like that just adds to the message here. Like
broke me. You sang about the great sex you had.
beautiful. Nice.
The same girl you had at home. Maybe you'll marry her, maybe you won't. Maybe I crash it, and maybe I don't. Maybe 10 years down the line,
Now we're back.
you'll finally realize that grabbing my waist fucked up all of our lives.
Holy it's again a guy who in this story is leading on. I don't want to say Teagan because this is a song, she's telling a story, right? But let's say that this is a guy leading Teagan on, and yeah, as I said, the lyrics speak themselves. So instrumental wise, we have the drums coming back in, and we do have a bass that's just going dum dum, but it's not so dominant. As I said, you can still hear in the mixing here. Something that I mentioned in the back is that JP really likes to put the drums front and center usually when he does mixing and mastering. Here, they're so far in the back. So it's interesting that now, because the soundscape here does not demand a high activity level in, or it does a high activity, but not a high volume level in the percussion or the drums here, right? So the groove here is a little simplistic and so far in the back, and it fits so well. Nice. Isn't it vegetables impressive though? Like that word. Oh my god, it's so good. I love that part. Like that's my favorite part of the song. I replayed that so many times. This one, like this. Ah. Cause he's a fucking. Yes, you do. Now, obviously, we have the acoustic guitar painting a little bit more of the soundscape here, coming in with the strings here, which is absolutely incredible. And it's so funny. It's so well made that, like, pretty much, if not all of the instruments we've heard so far, except for probably the bass, have been string instruments. And Teagan is singing about fate. And fate, a lot of you guys are probably into Greek mythology. The fates obviously are known for, you know, cutting the threads. And therefore, they are using strings, right? So this is a very, I don't know if that was intentional, but it's very, very lovely done production-wise. And it's so insanely cool to see Teagan in one song go through kind of a self-discovery, reflecting over the pain that this person in this, I keep saying Teagan, but I should probably, the person that, like, the storyteller here is feeling this pain, right? And it's just incredible that at the end she's like, I probably can't hate you, but hate is such a strong feeling, and it's such a thing that really overtakes. Like, people have done unspeakable things in the name and in the feeling of hate, and you can see historically, and it's happening right now across the world. Like, this hate that Teagan has taught me that people usually come, like, their actions are rooted either in love or insecurity. And then there are a lot of feelings in between then. And the hate obviously comes from insecurity. And it seems like this man, this guy who led her on, believing whoever, like, let her believe who he was while he had a whole ass woman at home, is such a puny, senseless, soulless manipulator. And it feels helpless, because, like, even if it seems like that, even, like, for example, if this guy turns out to have a platform, or if this guy turns out to be someone who has a say in shit, you just have to stand by and let him continue this facade that he's put on in private, and you can't do anything because it's way more complicated than that. It's especially sticky if obviously I have no idea who this is about, or if it's even like a true story or whatever, but it's such a shame to just have to lay by, and that is what proves to me that this storyteller here is incredibly fucking strong and so in touch with her emotions that she does not let that hate overwhelm her. She stays grounded, and that just shows you that the storyteller, whoever this fucking slimy prick is that's in this story, is gonna get what's coming to him. Karma is a and she is well worked. She will come back for it, right? So it's just so incredible how storytelling wise this is just like such a well structured song. This is probably, I think so far this is my favorite song on both EPs, but also because this is the first song I heard from the EP. So got a little fade out here. Okay, I could have let it play for another few seconds. I apologize. God, Teags, beautiful, gorgeous. God, I love JP and Teags. They're so good, man. Holy, I'm so blessed. I feel so blessed to be able to work with them, and I like to think that we're friends. I need to stop doing that. I am friends with them because I had people where I'm like, because I remember I did when I did my friends the covers of like my friends Ellie and Knox and Logan and Lydia and stuff, and I was like I like to think of them as friends. They were like, DME, Casper, shut the hell up, we're friends. So it was very fun. They're lovely people. Okay, let's go to Glass House. Oh
Have you heard the tale about the boy who swindled Blaine? A master plan, a sleight of hand, his card spelled out my name.
And there you go. Here is that melody approach we know Teags for. Na 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 na. This downward spiral, and then to not reuse that melody, she just na 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 goes up there instead.
Have you heard the tale about the boy who swindled Blaine? A master plan, a sleight of hand, his card spelled out my name.
See that?
Frame me for the murder of a precious chance at fame. 'Cause love me moves and he won't play the game. You say you want a future, then scream I'll die alone.
This feels a lot more like Tarot Timo. Like this, I wonder if this was one of the earlier songs produced for the EP. I've not heard this one before, I believe. And if it does, then the demo was very, very much changed. But this is way more like that pop sound that initially Timo was going for on Tarot, upright and reversed here. So a little blast to the past, if you will. But yeah, fire.
You make me spell things out for you.
Octavized?
Well, I just have to know. The king of contradictions. I'm here to set you straight. So put up all your windows, babe, and oops, too late. Gonna smash this glass.
Here we go.
On broken window panes, trace her dirty little name. Are you mad now? Throw a fit, call me insane. Burn the witch, yeah, fan the flame.
Hell yeah.
Keeping score, I'm barefoot with shards on the floor.
No, 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 no. So we keep moving up and down the scale here. Very Teagan. Very fun because the verse was very Tarot, but then here, drum approach and this guitar, I feel like there's been a guitar, except for in Maybe, there's been an electric guitar in all of these, which is so nice. Such a great approach to the songwriting here. But yeah, it's like we start in the verse with Tarot upright and Tarot reversed, and then we go into the chorus, which is now Lovers instead, right? I accidentally moved my frame. There we go.
You're right, just fragile home. You're gonna eat the stones you throw.
Just dancing around. And something that JP is incredible at is making the sound effects part of the music. Because these are all in rhythm. Like, if you listen to this rhythm, like, my mic is a little delayed, so I hope, Adam, I want you to put the beat measures, like 1, 2, 3, 4. I want you to put on the beat measure so we can hear it, okay? Thank you, Adam. You hear that? On 1, 2, and 3, those were beat marking the sound effects. Really nice. Thank you, Adam, for putting those on screen. I appreciate you.
Young girl's fairy tale, the kettle meets a pot. The bubbles up and fills their cup so shiny till it's not.
Nice visual.
Calls you mega brilliant until you prove him wrong. And kettle's oh so pretty until Mug is in her phone. Gonna smash this glass house. Breathe on broken window panes. Trace her dirty little name. Are you mad now? Throw a fit, call me insane. Burn the witch, yeah, fan the flame. I'm in the ring,
That sounds familiar as well. There's gonna be a Teagan concert. I want her to open for some like Shine Down, for example. If Teagan just opens for Shine Down, this would be a fire. Like that would be a fire one for the set. It's so interesting, like because like this is like I don't know why, but this like gives me, you guys know obviously in the Iliad and from Epic whatever, like Troy falling, like it gives me that, like the Troy crumbling, falling at the feet of, well, essentially Athena, because it's Odysseus leading it, right? So yeah, Troy falling, I love it.
May break my bones and sure do bring a house down. Sticks and
I
stones
can't
may break
house down using that lyrics approach, and I guarantee you she can sing this live.
my
No problem.
bones and words corrode in time.
I do not like that.
Sticks and stones may break my
Oh.
bones and sure do bring a house
And now we're back. This heavily, like it's like an 808. This bass here down here. That's so JP, especially on Tarot.
punishment befits a crime.
Guess the punishment befits the crime. That is a reused melody from Sign. Who cares? Another corner in the corner of every room.
Befits the punishment befits a crime.
You hear that? Same melody approach.
'Cause you've been throwing
Stone,
stones and
na,
so
na,
have
na, na.
I.
That is a parallel to Signs from the Tarot EP. Nice.
Throwing stones and so have I.
But instead of the octave she has this this half step up and down wavering. Nice.
Breathe on broken window panes. Trace her dirty little name. Are you mad? No. Throw a fit, call me insane. Burn the witch, yeah, fan the flame. I'm in the ring, keeping score. I'm barefoot with shards on the floor. But cornered in your righteous wrath of home. Gonna smash this glass house.
And instead, interesting enough, instead of glass house, she lifted that glass do house. She could have lifted, but she didn't. Very nice.
With shards on the floor. But cornered in your righteous wrath of home.
God, JP, I need your fucking snare sample. That sounds smashing. That sounds great.
This glass
House.
breathe on broken window panes. Own your shit, come trace your name. Are you mad? No.
Oh yeah.
Throw a fit, call me insane. No, you're the one who built the glass home in the first place. In the ring, keeping score.
Oh yes.
Shards on the floor, but cornered in the rubble of your home. Guess you'll never learn what you don't know. I'm tossing one more stone as I go.
Gang fire. Oh, I keep coming back to that metaphor. Troy has fallen. I love that. Sorry, that's like not really. It's a stupid metaphor. I'm sorry. Anyway, that was Glass House fire. We got a little bit of mix. That's like maybe this is a parallel to Signs. So maybe the storyteller is now. Oh, I'm noticing a little wavering. Let's see if I can fix that. Give me just a second.
The next day.
So sorry about that. My camera is flickering a little bit. I'm not really sure how to fix that, so I hope that you guys can, just for at least this video, deal with it. But that was Glass House, and we're going to get into the next one, the penultimate of the Lovers EP. And this one is called Bombshell. Ooh. And this is also JP, right?
You got to implode my life, then run and hide while you were fucking her the entire time. Can't believe I believed all your lies. Don't you know the text said
Hello?
and hide while you were fucking her the entire time. Can't believe I believed all your lies. Don't you know the text
Oh my god, JP, holy f***.
would show your wife just how desperate you were for a ride. Can't believe it was me who apologized. Filled me with a well-placed sneak attack. You should have known even back
Dude, there's like Doom theme song in this bitch. Holy shit.
when I played along. Gave you a thought to trip the wire. Had your chance for the white flag. You really should have vowed to get
Dude, I'm so sorry. I'm just jamming the out to this song. Holy shit, I love this sound on you, Teags. This is so good. I don't know if you're gonna watch this, but I'm gonna tell you after this. Holy there's gonna be so many beeps. I'm so sorry. But yeah, okay, so this is a very rock approach. And something, thank her for the fact that JP knows how to do drums. Holy because sometimes you will have producers who are not as like skilled in drums, right? And I'm guilty of this as well. I can play the drums, no problem, but not to an extent where I'd be able to do this, for example, right? JP knows what he's doing. JP is such an incredible producer, and credit where credit is due. Obviously, Teak sounds incredible, but what else? What the else is new? JP's production of drums and the approach to it. This is like I gotta listen to that fill again.
Life can run and hide while you were fucking her the entire time. Can't believe I believed all your lies.
That is so high. Holy. Okay, let's go back to this. Now what I'm gotta like a little less melodic here. MAD? Is that a reference? Is that like a bomb or something? Dude, and it's like the soundscape is not wavering in the slightest. It's just high intensity, war visuals, everything like that. I am f***ing loving this. And then we have these like this is a little bit gang vocals approach with some harmonies in it. And this is something, oh, are we really done? Like, you know, we have this another characteristic of the Teagan and JP dynamic duo is these like gang vocals that will appear in the middle of the song. Lovely. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is a banger.
This is a song to go to hell to. Guess what? Not everything's about you. You got me once, made me the fool, but now the joke will be on you.
So here, Teagan has taken "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I'm an idiot," or whatever that saying is, and kind of turned it into poetry instead. Which is, I bet you, I'd be like, "Hey Teaks, look at this picture of my anti-mold spray." And then she would be able to tell you like, oh, the mold can be made of gold if pursued right within our fight, or some like that. She can turn everything into poetry. And then we distort a little on the vocals. Brilliant. Combustible? Am I understanding that right? Oh my god, that was incredible. Oh my goodness gracious. Holy this is a banger. And if you tell your friends, tell them to don't shoot the messenger. Or maybe shoot the messenger. Maybe he deserved it. I don't know. Anyway, let us go into... Yes! This is also one of them. We're gonna finish off strong with Band, bro. I love this song, and there are so many hidden references in this. This was also a demo that I was fortunate enough to watch. I'm sorry if I can't actually say that, Teags, but you know, whoopsie. Okay, we're gonna finish off the video with Band, bro. And isn't Joey on this as well? He's not. Oh, I thought Joey was playing the guitar on this. Oh well.
Oh, is it my turn?
It is.
Okay.
Your guitar's gently weeping cause nobody understands. While I'm over here screaming that I wanna hold your hand.
The Beatles.
This tainted love got
Tainted Love.
me left drunk
Okay, I don't think I need to pen it out. It's capitalized in the lyrics, but you get it, right?
on a feeling that is living proof of my delusion. Cause you won't even text me back.
So you can tell them all that this is your song.
When you have to explain why I am long gone now.
Okay, I thought I was gonna be really cool and be like, oh, look at this reference, but Teeks is literally, as we say in Danish, cut it out in cardboard for you. So all the capitals are obviously references to older song lyrics or older song titles, and you'll also hear in the instrumentals and in the mixing. So here we have a little bit of a blown out speaker here, which is really nice, leading up to what I assume is a chorus. I've heard this song.
I'm magic on your silver springs, not just another pretty young thing. Demand a silent age so you can sing. So Mr. Brightside, lighten up and stand by me and give a fuck, or you'll catch me waiting at your show.
And bro. And here again, as I said, this entire EP has just had this guitar on f***ing max dial, and it sounds so good.
You think that you're the greatest thing since Queen did Live Aid.
Which is insane, because nothing will ever. That's the best concert in the world, and nothing will ever top that. That's facts.
The love child of Elvis, Bono, and Gerard Way. Sonny, let me be your share. I might decide to stay.
You hear how Cher is very famous for using her, like, the lowering of the larynx technique. Do you believe in love after love? And then on femme voices, when you get this like a little bit more robust approach to your vocals, and that's obviously what Cher does. And here Teeks replicated that with.
Sonny, let me be your share. I might decide to stay.
Yeah, I decide to say.
Both Queen's son for a reason.
British accent.
I was born this way. Go ahead and tell them this is yours.
This is not called Band. This is the copyright minefield, the song.
You'll still know all the words when I'm long gone and moved on.
Something interesting about this, you can hear the instruments sometimes are a tad delayed to the vocals, which is a good thing.
Your silver springs, not just another pretty young thing. Demand a silent age so you can sing. So Mr. Brightside, lighten up and stand by me and give a fuck, or you'll catch me waiting at your show.
Band, bro. And again, you hear that pop as I was talking about either early in this video or early in this session. Band, bro. Like that little pop there. You hear it like at the end. Bruh. Like this little that, and that's the only. That's the vocal approach that really makes Teeks' voice stand out to me, at least. And I love when people do this, and it's great. Just
The king gyrated on the verse, but at a girl she did at first. These creeps don't mean to be the worst. I know.
dum 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 dum.
Magic man, go chase the fame and kill your queen to make your name, but just to fight it out before you go. You told me you hate Taylor, so give me back my Taylor.
And then again, once again, we have these little gang approaches, and again, very characteristic for Teagan and JP.
Magic silver springs, not just another pretty young thing. I demand a silent age so I can say. So
So this is, here I have a genuine question. JP, I don't know if you're watching this. So you had one of the best drum fills I've ever heard in my life on Bombshell right here, right? What is the reason for not having one here? So you have this kick drum. So there is a little dunga, but here like a really like 8/16 note snare drum fill here would have made total sense, and no critique. I'm curious as to why not let it build up like that. Is there a different? You're like a way more experienced musician than me. I don't know if he's watching this, probably not, but I might ask him.
So Mr. Brightside, listen up. You don't stand by me, I won't give a fuck. Now you won't catch me waiting at your show. My love is
Now, so true. And it is very, very popular to be like, I see all these 60, 50-year-old men being like,
Oh, well, Sabrina Carpenter is only popular. It's not real music. It's because she's a sex object now. And Olivia Rodrigo, Madonna has already done it. And blah, 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 blah.
and it's such a, like, it's so popular to hate on female artists like this, and it tires me the f out. So it's nice having it addressed in a song like this. Oh, yes. Man, bro. A little bit of nasally approach here. And that, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, is Lovers Upright and Lovers Reversed. I'm gonna go back to the visuals on Maybe because that was fucking brilliant. Yeah, thank you so very much for watching. I'm beyond grateful to be able to share music like this with you. And of course, if you haven't already, go support JP, go support Teagan, go support Joey. They are incredible people, and they are such skilled and talented musicians. Holy Christ. And like, I was fortunate enough to peek a little into their work process, especially with the mixing and mastering when JP was working on SFS. It's magic. Like, I can't even describe. You'll have to see it for yourself. Like, it's literally magic, and so much praise is deserved to everyone involved. I'm so happy that you guys did this, and I hope more music is coming soon. We need Teagan Earley in Europe. Let's go team up. I'm kidding. Well, I'm not kidding. I do want you in Europe, but whatever. Anyway, over here we have the lovely patrons going on screen. That, of course, are the reasons I'm able to do videos like this. I'm so thankful for every single one of you. You make this a viable job, a career opportunity for me as a YouTuber. I hope you enjoyed these two breakdowns. We're, of course, going to get back to the regular scheduled contents. I don't know what I'm saying. These are two one-offs. I don't know when I'm uploading them. I'm going to keep them like at least for a few weeks, so you'll get to see them. Thank you so much for supporting me over on Patreon. Go check out all the people that I mentioned in the description below. And I will see you next week. Or maybe tomorrow. I don't fucking know. You take care. Bye.